John Campea has a message for all of us who, let's just say, are not the biggest fans of Bella Ramsey as Ellie. But I think that's not the first one. I think that's the second clip. No, wait, I have this one No, it is the second clip. Okay, let's get through the first one.
Think a lot about.
That's right. Campea had an emotional reaction to episode 3 of The Last of Us.
The season 1, episode 3, which I contend might be the single best episode of television in 10 years.
Did you hear what he just said? Speaking of Eric Voss and being in the closet, more gay, he just said that season 1, episode 3 of The Last of Us, the gay filler episode that had nothing to do with the overall story and was not in the game, he just said that that was the best episode of television in 10 years, better than anything we got in Game of Thrones was within that time. Was Breaking Bad with it? No, Breaking Bad was not. But House of the Dragon is within that time. But what else has gone on in the past 10 years? John Campea, here it is again.
About the season 1, episode 3, which I contend might be the single best episode of television in 10 years.
Good God. Is he in already, chat? Is John Campea in already? Netflix, Daredevil, The Penguin, The Expanse, Better Call Saul. That episode's better than anything in Better Call Saul. You fucking idiot. God. John Campea, is he already in? Well, it gets worse.
I think it still holds that to this day. How would this episode follow up? Well, here are my thoughts. It was emotionally very satisfying.
Yes, emotionally. You know why it was emotionally satisfying to John Campea? Because it had a teenage girl in it. And John Campea, if a TV show or a movie has a teenage female lead, John Campea is all in on it for whatever reason. Very weird guy. He really likes his teenage girls in film and television. And you're going to hear how much he likes it right here. And here he is talking about Bella Ramsey. Wait till you hear this, chat.
It's how does it affect their town? How does it affect the people close to him? How does it affect all this kind of stuff? And I got to say, there is a moment in this episode that I don't know has broken me emotionally as much as this did.
Oh, my God. I'm not saying that Double AA. I'm not going to come on here and throw out an accusation like that. All I will say is that he says some really weird shit. He's about to say some really weird shit here right now. He said some really weird shit about Miss Marvel in the past. I'm not going to come out and go that far, but I'm just going to say he's a weird guy.
And it's as Ellie wakes up in the hospital after the assault and the attack, and all she can see is Joel being killed in front of her. That's all she sees. And let me tell you,
honestly, chat, I think when John and I went over this scene, we talked about it. I busted out laughing. That's the scene when Ellie wakes up and does like the Buffalo Bill scream from Silence of the Lambs. When like the chick's in the pit screaming and he screams along with her. Like, yeah, that's literally what Ellie does. John Campea gets an emotional reaction out of that. Meanwhile, I'm laughing my ass off at it. Promo code Pillow. It is on the Mr. Grizzy live channel. We're going to be doing those every Monday night on the Mr. Grizzy live channel. And the next 2 nights, tomorrow and the next night, Star Wars Marvel Purist and I will be live on there to break down Andor and Thunderbolts. So yeah, tune in, man. That's what he said. That's what he said, bro. Best episode of television in 10 years. There's the link right there. Thank you, Star Wars Marvel Purist.
Her screaming and crying in that moment, after she has been such a wretch to Joel.
Again, I was laughing my ass off at that scene, chat.
And let me tell you, her screaming and crying in that moment, after she has been such a wretch to Joel that season, and you see all of that welling up. I'm not going to lie to you. Right now, at this moment, I'm getting emotional thinking about it.
Do I even have a clip for that?
Oh yeah, there's my bitch.
What a pussy, man. Seriously. And then he takes it a step further and has a message for all of us who dare criticize Bella Ramsey and her performance and her casting as Ellie.
As she screamed and wailed in emotional trauma and distress and pain.
Here it comes.
I broke a little bit.
Oh
and then they
God.
showed that quick clip in the after show, and I broke again. Anybody who ever suggests that this girl should not be playing Ellie, just shut the fuck up.
Oh. No, Campa. I need the MJF. I need the MJF no clip, Campa. Yeah, we are not going to shut the fuck up, Campa. No matter how much you cry, just because you love your teenage girls in these series, you fucking creep. We are not going to shut the fuck up, sir.
Again, anybody who ever suggests that this girl should not be playing Ellie, just shut the fuck up. Because in this moment, like it was.
Well, John, I think we're gonna have to dump the Last of Us breakdowns, man. I think we're gonna have to do it. I'm scared. I'm scared of John Campea. He told me to shut the fuck up. I'm afraid now to come on and talk about the show because Bella Ramsey is a horrible actress and is horribly cast as Ellie. I don't know. We might have to cancel it. Or maybe not. Or maybe not. Or maybe we'll just quadruple down on it and rip her 10 times as hard. We'll see. Anything else on this clip? I think is there a little bit more. I think there is.
Was the highlight of the season for me. Listen, the whole gate crashing,
the highlight of the season.
Down with the infected on top of Abby, the whole invasion of Jackson, like all the other, that's all great. This has been the best single moment. I think this show's ever had. It moved me. It was incredible. And then I'll tell you what, the speech she gave at the city council was wonderful. Not framing it.
That speech at the city council was like meta as fuck because like she's a bad actress. So they played off of her bad acting and tried to say that it sounded disingenuous. That's what they did there, Campea, you fucking idiot. Anyway, how many more? We got one more from Campea at 4:55. Last one.
Great. And I love that, the point of this episode really too is to get us as the viewer on board with we're moving on from Joel. I mean, we have heard that we are going to.
Oh yeah, on board that we are. Bella Ramsey and Ellie is going to carry this show, chat.
To get some flashbacks or things like that because they don't want to work at a completely linear timeline. But it is this kind of setup of, do we believe that Ellie can lead this show? And my takeaway from this was yes.
Okay, John Campea, chat, in or out? John Campea, in or out? Okay. I see ins, which means that we have 4. It's Soups versus Grace Randolph versus Eric Voss versus John Campea. Except I have a few more clips to get to. And I'm not going to play this with any context whatsoever. You know who it is. You know who it is. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything, chat. I'm just going to play the clip. And you can say out or in. I'm not going to say anything other than brace yourself. I'm just going to play it. I'll just say that it is Bella Ramsey related. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Now, hold on, brace yourself, because this is going to get pretty bad.
If you don't like, certain things on Star Wars, then you're the bad guy and you're misogynist.
Right.
You're allowed to have the take that you don't like what she's doing as Ellie. That is fair.
Sure. That's an opinion. Absolutely.
Right. To put memes about the way she looks and other things to do it because you don't like the way the character is and the way she was cast, and you like it's just mean.
Because what it boils down to, and I'm going to say this and probably get in trouble, it's these guys who want to have a young actress that they want to be attracted to, that they want to be sexually attracted to, and they're mad that an actress that they don't have an actress they can feel attracted to, and so they're upset about it. And they wouldn't give a shit if it was Liv Morgan as, I'll tell you this, they wouldn't give a shit if it was Liv Morgan as Ellie. They wouldn't care. But because it's Bella and they don't find her attractive, they make these ugly memes about her, which is horrible. Horrible.
It's pretty horrible the stuff they're doing. Just finished. This is
coming from the guy who said that 9-year-olds should be allowed to watch threesomes. All right, chat. That was sent to me just prior to the stream.